Well, look, we're going to talk Spurs. Still this ongoing situation with Harry Kane. Didn't play at the weekend. Apparently he's back training.
So you must be delighted at the weekend, mate.
I was.
You must
Amazing.
be so happy at the weekend.
Great result. Really good. I really, really enjoyed the way we played.
I mean, is it going to carry on like that? I mean,
well, why not?
I'm just asking.
Manager.
I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah, but I think he's a top manager. I really do. I said the appointment was going to go well. And you know what?
It's one game though, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's one game against Man City.
I know, but everyone, you always beat City, didn't you?
I don't know why.
Leicester beat City. We beat City. I mean, everyone beats City at the minute. It's no scalp, is it? Is it? I don't know. Is it?
Is Man City a scalp? 08717 223
Leicester rolled them over. We rolled them over. I mean, who have they got next week? Man City. Who have they got?
Burnley.
Who's beating Man City next week?
What do you think of the Harry Kane situation? Because it's obviously ongoing. Apparently he's back in training, but I actually think we're all right without him. You know, the situation's getting a bit boring now for me. He obviously wants to go. He wants out.
Looks like it.
Looks like he wants to go. Yeah. And I just look at the situation and think, you know what? We actually might be okay without him. The way we play, the way we're now set it up with that pace, that front three, why don't we do something different? You know, because we've had Harry Kane for a long period of time. He's a club legend. We love him. But we haven't won anything.
It ain't because of him you haven't won anything.
What do you mean? He's there. He's the striker.
It's not his fault.
I know it's not his fault, but we haven't won anything with him. So why don't we why don't we change and do something different? Go a different direction. Like, say, and don't call me crazy when I say this, like a Martial.
Crazy.
Like a Patrick Bamford. Someone that, you know, like with a bit of pace. The way we played at the weekend, I really enjoyed. Bergwijn, Son, Mora. The pace around the team was really good. I loved it. If we now get rid of Harry Kane, because he drops in, he comes deep, and don't get me wrong, he's fantastic and he'll be perfect for Man City because he is one of the best strikers in the world. But it might be time to change it and do something a bit different.
Look, I'm not going to disagree with you, right? And I might a little bit in a second, but I do think that this is the best time for Spurs to move on and get the absolute maximum for what he is worth. He's at the peak of his powers. Manchester City clearly need a striker. We saw that at the weekend. If they are prepared to pay top dollar, and you know, I think top dollar is probably somewhere between 140 and 120 million. I think if they can get anywhere between that, I think Spurs need to seriously consider it. People talking about 160, 170 million. I'm not so sure that's going to happen. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that they're pricing him out of that move. But where I will agree with you is that I think it could be a decision to go in a different direction. But do not underestimate what Kane has done for that side. And I know you're not, but the goals and the assists have been phenomenal. His numbers are ridiculous, are truly ridiculous. But Spurs play a certain way with him. And without Kane, that's the thing that Pochettino, I said to Andy last night, Pochettino, credit to him, he found a way to play without Kane with Son down the middle. He played some big games, the Champions League semi-final. There's a number of big games that the Spurs have had to find and cope and find a way. But I think it's all well and good doing it for a short period, but over a period of a season or maybe longer, that's where it's going to be a problem. But look, if they are going to go in a different direction, and you read it in your opener, I would consider looking at Jamie Vardy. Because of the way that Spurs played at the weekend, if they want to play a slightly counter-attacking style of football, who is the best in the business up top?
Can we get Jamie Vardy, though?
Well, depends what you pay. Depends what you pay. He's got 2 years left in his contract. He's 34 years of age. I think you could get at least 2, maybe 3 years out of Jamie Vardy. He keeps surprising people. He's a fit boy, doesn't have international football. He's a winner. He knows how to win a table. Knows how to win the title, knows how to win a cup, and scores goals for fun. I think he would be perfect for what and you know what? He's a tough little you-know-what as well. Yeah, he puts himself about, and after what Spurs did to Man City at the weekend, the way they bullied him, Tanganga was superb, getting stuck in, Jamie Vardy would fit that bill. But can you get him out of Leicester?
But my question to that would be, isn't Leicester in a much better position than Spurs right now as a club?
Well, you offer him more money. You offer him, because look, every player has a price, and when their contracts, like we're talking about Kane now, if Leicester were to take 30 million for him now, I think for a 34-year-old, that might pique their interest. That might just say, do you know what? And then you might, if you're getting 120 for something like that for Kane, let's say you spent 40 million on Vardy for 3 years.
I wouldn't spend 40. I'd spend 30.
Well, okay. Well, it's not your money. You don't care.
That's
Why
true.
do you care?
Well, you know,
if they spend 50 million on him and you get top 4 next season, has that been money well spent?
Absolutely, yes.
So let's
do it.
So I would, the one player I'd be looking at, if you really want to do change the way Spurs are played and what they've got around him, I would consider going after Vardy.